going on YouTube? Modeling That back at you. So we've got another build update here for you. So tonight worked and got the gold overlay onto the hood. As I mentioned, definitely wanted to kind of tone it back a little bit compared to the underbody. So did that for the most part. However, I'll talk about it on the main body, but just kind of did a little bit of extra flair with it and things like that. So that would be the hood. And then the main body itself. So obviously under the hood here, as it is a lot stronger on that, and the underside of the chassis, went ahead and just really laid it on thick. That way it is more of that goldish color. However, as you can see with the body, it's more of just a green with a little hint of it until you get down here near the bottom, where again I laid a much thicker line here on pretty much everything under the bumper, or the guards here that are on the side. So that'll obviously reflect more of a gold when you get down closer to the bottom, which again I think kind of blends it a little bit nicer into the solid gold base. Went ahead and also sprayed onto the gold itself. Again, you can't really see that too much just because the big shift is to gold instead of to green at any point. So, but yeah, absolutely love the way that these went down. It really blended in the decals just amazingly. Like, if you know, if you didn't know that like the wheel well arches here were decals, you'd think that that was painted on. Same with the rest of it. A little bit of fuzz there on that, but yeah, I mean it just blended it so well. So these decals, again, even though they're 20 something years old, they stood up for sure, compared to some other decals that I've gotten a hold of that just really haven't. So definitely looking forward to getting a clear coat on that just to seal it in, make it all glossy, shiny, and everything like that. The other bit of work that I did actually last night was on the front headlights. So the headlight lenses here. So I did this all from the back side, so it's got that nice uniform shine. Went ahead and sprayed on a little bit of this candy shadow or black window tint. Use that just to kind of lightly dull it down. One thing that, again, I've seen a lot with the lowrider scene and stuff like that, that they would do, and a little bit with the tuner scene as well, is kind of dull down the headlights. So again, just kind of holding it over the bezels, you can kind of see what that'll look like. I think that looks absolutely amazing. So use that just to kind of, like I said, dull it down, get rid of the clean, the pure clear of the lens itself. Then for the turn signal, I went ahead and grabbed out Owlclad transparent yellow, which this one is, if you want a true color that is very close to turn signal amber, which is the proper name for it, it is that paint. So as you can see, spray basically just quickly mask that off for the turn signal side. And to me, again, if you weren't seeing it in a sense of scale, if I was to take the right type of picture, it would look like a legit real headlight, at least in my opinion. So definitely love how that came out. What I also did was took and shot the shadow tint over the front of this, just to kind of black out the tail lights a little bit, which I think will really make them pop here against that. And then backed it with Owlclad chrome on the backside here, just to really make it solid as a rock, or a solid color there on the backside. So got that done last night. And then the other bit that I really am happy with how it turned out is the front and rear windows. So again, using that shadow tint, I've got the got it masked off here, and that really did exactly what I was hoping for. It really made that gold pop out on the front. Again, I did this from the inside, so inside, if you look at it, isn't extremely glossy. However, again, most of the time you're going to see it from this side, and that looks about like what standard window tint would be. Given that it's a front window, didn't go too crazy dark. However, went with more of what I would call limo tint here on the rear. So Again, really made that pop. The one thing I love about this is it's almost a, I'll try to find a white backer here so I can really kind of show it off, but it's almost kind of like a purplish, or it has a purple hue to it, which absolutely love for that tint, because again, especially like early 90s, mid 90s tint, a lot of it was kind of a purple hazy color. So again, sprayed that on, just light dusty coats, and then really kind of went to town, made sure, tried to get as smooth as I could on the windows, just for even coverage. But absolutely love the way that comes out, or came out I should say. And again, I think that's going to look just absolutely sick in there. Once I get the interior with it being all white, I'm hoping that it will reflect enough light back out through it to make it look even more realistic. So yeah, again, with if you want to try it out, you know, you can obviously, as you kind of seen, you can literally do almost anything with this stuff. You can make it just light tinting like this, all the way to, you know, dark limo style tint. Definitely been a fan of spaz-stix products. I know they're more for the RC, bodies and things like that, but I just love the way they spray. They just spray beautifully. So for the most part, I should say. But yeah. So again, next step is going to be getting clear coats on. I've still got a few colors I need to spray for some of the detail parts and things like that. And then really we'll start getting assembly. So hopefully here, if not by the end of August, probably by first weekend of September, hoping to have this kind of completed and on its wheels. So yeah, if you have any questions, comments, as always, post them down below. Be more than happy to answer them, and I will catch you in the next one. Peace.